And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Set to kick off. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, going to the air with Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Love fires that quickly outside. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Chris Boswell.
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the
20-yard line.
This is Rashad Penny. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Made at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now from the 21. This is Leonard Fournette. And not much room there as he'll get it up only to about the 21. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Love. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
It's a gain of 17.
Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The Bears ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run this with Homer. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Fournette. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A pass there over the middle to start things out.
Touchdown,
Packers. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Oswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. But picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Play fake. Here's Love. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Love from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
That was 2nd down throw for Love here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Boswell on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll get that complete to his tight end Komet. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
That is caught by Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Down, Chicago.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 17. Pick it up. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing again. Love. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Back to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers continue to roll. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's Scarborough again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 40-yard line.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Chris Boswell.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it with Penny on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This is Homer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. As they run the counter play. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
56 is the mic. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
Now they try the right side here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Go, go, go.
That's out to the left and complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. 41. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Bears on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And Tate's got it. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's a gain of
Second
6.
catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's go, D. Big series right now.
They'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what is... And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Strip that ball. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
58's the money. 58.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Bears 7.
Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
29-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 35-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far.
A 27-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The ball carrier. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game.
Today's final score, Packers 54, Bears 7.